from Amazing Joyfully. We just got our sleep study kits in the mail, and we're going to take the test at home. We both have sleep apnea. We've had it for 5 years. Things have changed tremendously in 5 years. 5 years ago, we had to drive in an hour to go get the sleep test done with a group of about 30 people. Half of the class was falling asleep. We had to go home, do the test that night, all over our face, a big mask, bulky, difficult to use. And then we had to drive back the next day, again exhausted, have the test read and be told we had sleep apnea. And then it was another 2 weeks before we got our CPAP machines. Now we know we've had sleep apnea. We've used the machine for 5 years. I do want to tell some misconceptions. First of all, you are not first overweight and then get sleep apnea. You could first have sleep apnea and that causes you to be overweight. If you are not sleeping properly, it leads to so many health issues as well as moodiness, anxiety, mental illness, as well as physical illness. You could have osteoporosis, you could be worn down and get colds, flu, illnesses easily. You could have heart disease. It could cause strokes, heart attacks. It can cause, like I said, weak bones. Sleep apnea can also lead to anxiety, depression, so many numerous things. That's why it's so critical that you get tested and treated for sleep apnea. If you're having any of the symptoms, tiredness, falling asleep while sitting down, inability to focus, it does also lead to perhaps dementia because your brain is not getting the oxygen it needs at night. If you have any of these symptoms and more, you can research that online. My symptoms were different. I did not have the typical symptoms. I had severe dizziness and just didn't feel well. And I just went from doctor to doctor until I had every test done, until they discovered I have sleep apnea. I believe I probably had it my whole life, as I've always fallen asleep as soon as I hit the pillow. From childhood, I have done that. That is another symptom. If you fall asleep as soon as you hit the pillow, that means you are not getting enough sleep. So Steve's gonna come out here in just a minute and we're gonna open the kits and show you how easy it is to do this test at home. And this t-shirt is one of my leftovers from when I weighed 50 pounds more. We went to New York right before the pandemic began, and I have lost 50 pounds since the pandemic. Again, a lot of it is contributed to sleep, as well as I did have to do a lot of work, change my diet and exercise, but sleep is a big contributor. You first don't sleep and then you gain the weight. It's not that you gain the weight and then don't sleep. My neck size was a lot bigger. If your neck is over 16 inches for females, that's a big sign. I'm not sure, I think it was 17 for males. We did do a video. I'll attach that link in the description and you can watch that. And there's numerous videos online. But today we wanted to show you how easy it is to take this test. And I'm kind of hoping that I don't have it, that I don't need the machine because I'm having an issue with my mask. It's leaving lines. I usually switch to a full face mask in the winter because I have a lot of sinus problems, which contribute to my sleep apnea. But I've been having difficulty with my full face mask, so I've been using a nose mask. And when we had our initial meeting with the sleep consultant, she said that I'm having a lot of leakage. By giving my serial number to her, she was able to tell. She was able to read my machine and see that I have leakage every night and told me to get a chin strap. Well, that hasn't been working so well. Tried again with the full face mask and that has not worked. I believe masks have been designed for men because more men get diagnosed. It doesn't mean that more men have it. I think more men just are recognized. Like I said in an earlier video, men get better health care than women. For one thing, women don't take care of themselves. They take care of their whole family. They put themselves last. And doctors listen. Doctors listen more to men and their concerns. I think doctors feel men are busy and don't have time. So they know if a man comes in, it's serious. If a woman comes in, she may not be listened to. I went to probably 5 different doctors before I was diagnosed with sleep apnea. Steve went to 1 doctor and got diagnosed. If you snore at night, that's a big symptom as well. So we are about to open up these kits and show you how easy it is to get tested. If you don't have insurance, you could go online and find a test at home for about $179. Just Google sleep study test at home. And you don't need insurance. You can also, once you get your prescription, you can order things online at CPAP.com or many other sites. So you don't need to have insurance. If you do have insurance, just ask your doctor. There's no reason a doctor should not order it. If you say that you're having any of these symptoms, any doctor should order it. I believe it should be part of a yearly physical once you reach maybe 40, because your muscles do start getting weaker, and many of the people, it's obstructive. So when your muscles get weaker or your neck is thicker, it blocks your airway. But there are different types of sleep apnea, and I am not a medical professional. I'm just a person who struggled with sleep without really even knowing it. I knew I was always low energy. I never fell asleep during the day. I just always knew that I couldn't overdo a day. I couldn't do a 14, 16, 18-hour day like people push it and drink caffeine all day. I could never do that. I never had that high energy because I believe I've had a sleep issue my entire life. I don't drink caffeine or take any muscle relaxants because that does aggravate your sleep apnea. It does make it a lot worse. So I avoid taking any kind of medications that would relax my muscles in my neck. If you have any of these concerns, please see a doctor. Please see a doctor and talk to them about your concerns and get tested for sleep apnea. It's a very easy test. You don't even know what's going on. You just put we'll show you when we go downstairs and go to the bedroom. We'll show you. You just put this watch on, a wire, something on your finger, and you do have to download an app for our test, and they can hear everything that is said in our bedroom tonight. So they did warn us 5 years ago, watch what you say at night, because they want to listen to your snoring. So they do listen to everything that is said in your bedroom. Okay, Steve's gonna be out in just a minute. I'm gonna share this with him.
All right, it's time to open our sleep study watch. That's right, it's an at-home sleep study, and it's a watch that you wear, and it's interesting how this is done at home, where in the past, when we were first diagnosed, we had to drive to a sleep study clinic, which was not close to our home. And so imagine having sleep apnea, being tired, and having to drive. So here we are. This is what was in there. It's called Watch Pat 1. So it's incredible. But anyway, there's an app that you download. There's one for Apple and one for Android. And it's an app that's on your phone. So this is going to link to your phone, which is pretty neat. All right, so we're gonna open the package. So here we are, we're opening up the package, and let's see what's inside whoa, and look at that. There's everything you need right there to do a sleep study at home. And I think Sue talked about sleep study at home, and if you don't have health insurance and provider, you can buy a sleep study online, or you can buy the equipment. It's interesting what's in the box here this is your watch. This is the watch that goes on your wrist. This part goes right here, and this piece is what your finger goes in. It's your index finger, and then this is the watch that goes around your wrist.
There's a video that we watched, and we'll probably watch it again because we watched it a week ago. This has been a process. It's not easy. We started this in August. Here it is, the end of October. So it's taken us about 2 months. First, you have to get an order from your doctor to have a respiratory therapist call you, who then had to get a nurse. After talking to us, you had to get a nurse, set this up. That took a while. It was mailed to my kit was mailed to our previous address. And then you have to get a code with this. Steve got his code. I have not gotten my code, so we're hoping it's going to work tonight. And so it's been about 2 months working this out. So if you have sleep apnea, don't put it on hold. Don't think it's a light issue to take. Take it seriously and get going on the process. I mean, we have our machines, so it doesn't hurt us. But if you don't have a machine yet, it's going to be for me. Do it, yeah.
Definitely do it. I denied sleep apnea for the longest time. We're going to go downstairs, and we're going to hook up the machine to our body and get ready for bed.
Just show you exactly how easy it is. And I mean, it's amazing that there's nothing even on your face, because now they're reading your, I think your blood pressure and your oxygen levels and...
They're definitely reading your oxygen level, and I think they're also reading your breaths because it's going right in your trachea, right near your trachea. And so I believe that, and then your pulse on your wrist. So those are all indicators that doctors can read to tell what level of sleep apnea you have.
So follow us downstairs and watch us hook it up and just see how easy it is and how critical it is if you're having issues. Take it seriously. Okay, here is the watch. I put the battery in here and it was flashing red. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I'm really tired. I watched a video to do the sleep study. It said to take off all of your jewelry, and your smartwatch shouldn't even be in the same room. So electronics should not be in the same room. It might interfere with the reading. Your phone needs to be plugged in. Even if there's a full charge, it needs to be plugged in to transmit the data and transmit the snoring sounds. So we are about to put the equipment on me, and when you wake up, you need to hit the stop recording and transmit data before you can use your phone. Sounds complicated, but I don't think it'll be that bad. First step is to put the battery in the watch, and I never received my code. Steve got his code, and we're assuming it's the last 4 digits of your phone number, which we'll find out if it really is or not. So here we go. Okay, Steve's putting the watch on because it's hard to do with one hand. Put it on your non-dominant hand. It says to remove all your rings, jewelry, tight clothing, and nail polish as well. No nail polish. Amazing. And your nails need to be trimmed. I did trim my nails. I'm not sure why. I guess that interferes with it. Okay, so this, this piece here will go up my sleeve, up to my, so this is going up my sleeve to go right above my sternum. There. There, right beneath my sternum, and we're going to use medical tape. We're going to use medical tape to tape that down. So we pull this tape off of the back of that to stick it to your body. Okay, now we're taping it down. It's good to have somebody to help you do this. Okay, then the next thing is I put the piece over my finger. Finger all the way down, and then what?
Good?
Okay, so you put this on, you push it all the way in, then rip out that plastic seal, and then
you're ready.
You turn the app on, and it will start recording. In the morning, I'll turn it off, and it will transmit the data. Okay, we are about to hook Steve up for his test. You ready to go, Steve?
Yep, let's get going.
Okay, so it's pretty simple. He's going to put his watch on first on his non-dominant hand. He's left-handed, so it goes on his right wrist. Remember, your fingernails need to be trimmed when you do this test. They don't give reasons why, but they just said to trim your fingernails. No nail polish for anyone who might want to wear nail polish. No rings. Take off those wedding rings.
Nail polish to bed.
No jewelry. No smartwatches. No other jewelry. Any jewelry. No necklaces. Nothing that you wear. You don't want to interfere with this test.
Then you have to put this through your sleeve.
All the way up that sleeve. I had a short sleeve shirt on, so it was easier for mine. Now we figure it'll probably be a couple weeks before we get the results because the information is transmitted the next morning. Steve is still pulling this up, and you should have some medical tape at home. It did not come with the tape, so you are going to tape this down right beneath your sternum. This is to hear your snoring. I don't know if it's a mic or what it is. But we were told with our first test not to have any talking in the room at all once you start this. Then this goes on your finger. This is, you push your finger all the way in.
Wrong way.
Push your finger all the way in. You pull out the plastic that was in there. And make sure that cord is on top. Make sure this cord is on top of the hand. Then you go to your phone with the app and
You go to the WatchPad app and you hit begin.
then that's
And
it.
that'll walk you through the process.
But you make sure your smartwatch is not in the room, or any other cell phones or any other devices. Nothing should be in the room because that could interfere with it.
Right. No other electronic devices.
Okay, so we will be checking back in a couple weeks to give you the results.
Till we see you again, take it easy.